Hi, I'm Jack Razmich with Razmich and Associates, and today we're going to talk about what you should be doing right now if your spouse has been arrested for a crime. If your spouse has been arrested, you might feel understandably shocked and frightened. After these initial feelings fade, it is essential to take immediate action to help your spouse preserve their rights and get back home. Here are 5 very specific steps that you should take immediately. Number 1, keep your spouse calm. Getting arrested is frustrating, but aggressive behavior never ever helps the situation. Try to stay calm and keep your spouse steady as well. Reassure them that you will find help and remind them that they could make matters much worse if they don't remain composed, as difficult as that might be. Number 2, remind them to avoid speaking. Your spouse has the constitutional right to remain silent when being questioned by the police. It is absolutely crucial that they exercise this right. It is way too easy to accidentally say something that would be harmful to the case, even if they think that they're being helpful. If your spouse begins to speak about anything other than the necessary identifying information, remind them that they need to be quiet until they can speak with an attorney. Number 3, ask the police what the charges are. To help your spouse avoid unnecessary conversation with the police, try to find out on your own what the charges are against your spouse or any other information that might be relevant. This will help your attorney to determine what the appropriate bond is going to be, as well as what appropriate steps need to be taken to get them released and home to you as soon as possible. Number 4, contact a lawyer. If your spouse has a lawyer, call them immediately. Find out how soon the attorney can come to the holding facility. If your spouse does not have a lawyer or can't afford one, remind them that the judge on the case will assign a public defender and that they should not respond to any police questioning until the attorney is present. Number 5, arrange to post bail. Once the police have processed your spouse, you may be permitted to post bail to release them from jail. In Indiana, most counties do have a bail schedule for nonviolent crimes and misdemeanors, and increasingly counties are attempting to release nonviolent low-level offenders without needing to post a bond. If a bond is required, make sure you ask the police what type of bond is going to be required to release your spouse and gather the funds if you have them. If you don't have the money and can't borrow from family or friends, contact the bond agent, or failing that, again, contact an attorney. The attorney will be able to advise you as to what steps need to be taken to secure their release. Now, those 5 steps were all assuming that you were actually present with your spouse when they were arrested. If you were not present at the time that you were arrested, try to complete those 5 steps to the fullest extent possible. The main difference is that you're likely going to be speaking to your spouse on the telephone from the jail. While on the phone, try to keep them calm and remind them of their rights. The other thing you need to remind them of is that the police are almost certainly monitoring the call. All calls that come into or out of jail facilities are recorded. There is even a little recording at the beginning of the telephone call that tells you the call is being monitored. They are not kidding about that. For those reasons, you should avoid sharing anything personal or discussing the facts of the case. You should also keep the call as brief as possible. The shorter the conversation, the less likely it is that anyone is likely to accidentally reveal crucial information the police might use for their purposes. If you or your spouse has been arrested, the single most important thing out of those 5 things that you can do to help them going forward is to contact an attorney. An attorney is going to be in the best possible position to advise you as to what defenses are available and how to go about securing things such as bond reductions. If you or a loved one is in need of an attorney, we do encourage you to contact our office as soon as possible. The telephone number here is 317-983-5333. At Razmich and Associates, we are lawyers ready to fight, which means we are going to fight for your freedom and your future. We have operators standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all with the goal of getting you onto our calendar for a free case evaluation. That case evaluation is free. It always has been. It always will be. The only investment that you are making is your time, and that time will be spent making sure that you have a full and complete understanding of the facts of your case, as well as any defenses that might be applicable to you. So we do encourage you to contact us again, 317-983-5333, and we look forward to the opportunity to speak with you. If you like that video, hit the like and subscribe button. If you really like this video, please feel free to share it on the social media platform of your choice. Here at Razmich and Associates, we are lawyers ready to fight. That means that we are fighting for your freedom and your future. The more eyes that we are in front of, the more people we can fight for. The more people we can fight for, the freer we can make the future for everybody. I hope you found this video informative. If you have suggestions for topics you'd like for me to discuss in the future, please feel free to drop those down in the comments. We do review all of them. And I will look forward to speaking with you in the next video. Thanks.